Baby Matthew is quite comfortable as he begins to appreciate his place as the youngest member of the Watton family. But what he isn't aware of, at least not yet, is the story of his birth and its legacy. The Wattons were actually expecting a twin birth.
I think for me initially I was terrified. It was a bit of a shock.
But then pretty quickly, you settle and actually come to the idea that twins are actually quite cool, could be quite fun.
Since the 1970s, the number of twin or multiple births in the UK has increased steadily.
Shocked, because at first it was only 2 heartbeats that they'd seen, and then we went back a week later and then there was 3.
The sonographer scanned us, she didn't say a thing, so we just assumed the baby had died. Then she started scanning me again and said, I'm happy to let you know that we've found a heartbeat, in fact we've found 2. And I just burst out crying even more and just went, it's all your fault.
In 2015, 16 out of every 1,000 birthing mothers delivered infants in multiples.
A lot of our babies are twins or triplets, and I think it's probably true that always in the unit we'll have more than one set of multiple babies.
Prematurity is common amongst these multiple births, but more so, sadly, so is the risk of death.
That baby that was in the incubator there was nothing like that baby we'd seen in high dependency. She'd swollen up, the only thing I can think, like a puff of fish.
When he died on the Friday in my arms, well, on my chest, the doctors came round and said that he'd got 3 infections.
I would think that at any one time on the neonatal unit, we're likely to be caring for at least one baby who was from a multiple pregnancy where one of the other babies died. So it's probably a very common occurrence on most neonatal units throughout the UK and probably throughout the world. The shocked parents are caught between joy at the birth of their child and grief over the loss of the other baby or babies.
Straight away we knew that we had to do the best we could for him, because sadly Beth was gone, whatever we did now.
I was angry, I was numb, I was hurting.
We were both in shock.
But I had to stay strong for him.
And to make matters worse, doctors and nurses often have limited training in expressing emotion and empathy.
A consultant who didn't perhaps know I could hear reprimanded very sternly the registrar for calling him out several times while he was trying to have his tea on a weekend for a baby that wasn't going to live and would be dead by the end of the weekend. And I heard that.
The fact that a surviving baby like Matthew has a twin sister who has passed away may easily be forgotten by hospital staff. And this can cause long-lasting trauma.
I remember very vividly on the whiteboard next to his incubator were the words twin 2, somebody going, oh, well, you don't need that, and wiping it out. So it's almost like, well, we're going to start fresh now. We've got a single baby.
I did hear, unfortunately, of a few cases of conflict between staff and parents. Some pretty explosive episodes where there'd been lots of yelling and screaming.
Over the years, we have conducted in-depth research on what families experience and how we could help them better.
We interviewed parents and we interviewed health professionals, and it became clear in those interviews that health professionals were struggling with the emotional side of dealing with caring with these babies. They were, as you would expect, very confident with the medical care, but it was the emotional side. So from that, we were able to get further funding to develop some guidelines to support health professionals.
And this is what we came up with, the Butterfly Project. A project that at times confirms simple truths that were blindingly obvious, but never fully appreciated. The Butterfly Project provides us with a simple way for us as healthcare staff to recognise a surviving twin and address issues to help these families.
I think what health professionals perhaps need to take on board is that parents who have lost a multiple and are on the ward for several months actually become quite medicalised. They're sitting there, they're watching their baby every day. And actually, nurses can learn from parents.
It's very easy as a doctor just to put your foot in it. And you might just never know that that baby had a brother or sister who died. So I think it just gives us that bit of warning, and then it provides this sort of continual sort of memory to keep on recognising that what that family are dealing with are just a bit different from lots of the other families.
In the hearts of those who loved you, you will always be there.
There you go, son. Oh, nice and fresh. And Daddy will come up next week and cut your grass.
We want baby Matthew and his family to realise that for us, he is still a twin.